You know the real winner today? Your audience.
Yeah. Hey Jim, look, it's your ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Long time.
I'm an old salt.
DLC.
There's no DLC. None of that bullshit.
Frying and buying. Jim, what do you think about all the tourists coming to Akiba recently? When you think of a gamer or a retro geek, you don't think about a guy who's constantly getting laid, but you are constantly getting laid.
I would have turned this video off by now.
Public like 9 times, they hadn't found him. Do you ever get used to the small spaces here, Jim?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. You know?
Commercial when that one guy started eating that, and then when he was done, he was like old.
Oh.
So be careful. Look how long it is. It's gonna take you forever to eat that.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's. Oh my God! It's Akihabara. Wow! And hey, oh my God, guys! Look, I ran into Kids Show.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, Mad Panic Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's Mad Panic Gaming. We're in Akihabara.
I'm the otherwise known as the Ayatollah Rock and Roller.
Yeah, dude. Today I'm with the best retro games guy, just in general.
Yeah.
In all of Japan.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I won the lottery.
You know the real winner today? Your audience.
Yeah, that's right.
They get double trouble today, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Let's cross the street so we're avoiding these people, Jim. Anyway, hi everybody. So yeah, we're gonna talk to Jim. He's one of my very, very good longtime friends here in Japan, and he has a whole channel dedicated to retro gaming, and he goes and he explores arcades around here, like old retro arcades. He does retro game collecting. He has a whole series where he goes to used video game shops and buys stuff and talks about it, and sometimes even live streams.
On occasion, yes, I do. I'm a man. I look good in editing. That's where I shine.
Yeah, you got the voice of an angel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I got the voice of Patrick Warburton.
So did I miss any details about you and your sexiness, Jim?
No, I think you kind of hit all the major points. Yeah, pretty good.
Okay.
Surprise. Went down the list.
That's right. So today I want to talk to Jim for our walk and talk, where I want to ask him questions about when it comes to retro gaming and Akihabara and all this stuff. Hey Jim, look, it's your ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah. You know how I like it.
Well, yeah. If she doesn't have pink dyed hair and an attitude, I don't. See, look, she's got the idea. She understands.
Everybody knows.
Who'd have thunk that Akihabara, that one place, is super popular?
Yeah.
So Jim, how long you been in Japan for?
Collectively about 14 years, I think. Yeah. Long time.
Long time.
I'm an old salt. You want to go in there?
Sure. Is it even still? Oh, they do still have stuff that's open
I
here.
think they got stuff in there.
Jim, they got stuff in there.
Let's go look at some stuff. Although I think one of the shops closed, right? The man with a little.
I think a lot of the shops closed, Jim.
But I like the video game stuff. There you go.
So Jim, what is it about old games that you love so much?
Part of it is nostalgia, and part of it is the stuff from this time frame. I mean, it's a big time period. It's like 20, 30 years, but something about the artwork, and I really appreciate when artists can make great things with a limited palette, which is what all this stuff is. You can take a little 8-bit cartridge with like no memory and create something that no one could ever forget. The simplest music, the simplest visuals, but you still have something. It tells a story, and I just appreciate that. That's very impressive. And a lot of people tell you the simplicity of old games, just being able to just pick them up and play them. You don't need the context of a story if you don't, want it. You can just have fun immediately.
There's no DLC.
There's no DLC, none of that bullshit. Just start playing a game and have fun with it. I like that. I like to have fun. You know me.
You're just a fun-having guy, Jim.
Fun-loving dude.
So many different games. You got Super Nintendo. You got the N64.
Yeah.
Oh, Zelda Ocarina of Time, only $12.
That's a steal.
That's a steal. That's not bad.
What's cool about this little shop though is they have cool little modded stuff. Like come over here. like mod it, put in like much nicer screens, backlit screens. You can look what they're doing over here. They made little mini screens with this Famicom. I'm guessing this is maybe like a Virtual Boy connected to an actual monitor. You can see the Virtual Boy there.
Oh yeah, oh shit.
So I like stuff like this, cool little like modded stuff. That's fun. And it's good.
It's a good time, Jim.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
That's a good question right here, Jim. Jim, what's the best Mario Kart in your opinion?
The current one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch is the best. It's got tons of content. You know, nostalgia tells you Super Mario Kart or 64, but yeah, the current one is the best one. It's an amazing game.
I like it how they have, they've got the Nomad, they've also got, oh my god, regular Game Boy, Nimon Yonsen. I can barely turn around in here.
They got the brick, the big gray brick.
How much, what's the cheapest you can get a Game Boy for these days?
I have not the slightest idea.
I had a Game Boy, but the screen was scratched up, and so I gave it to a Japanese friend.
Well, oddly enough, like Game Boy stuff, a lot of handheld stuff right now is pretty expensive, especially if you find like the Game Boy Pockets, the advanced stuff. Yeah, they're kind of expensive right now. I don't know why. I don't know. Retro prices, they go up and down. It's all demand because it's all like old stuff. It's not in circulation anymore. So it's just whatever people are collecting dictates where the prices go. So I guess handhelds are in vogue right now. Yeah.
They're hip, they're hot, they're cool.
You might find that kind of interesting. The Mega Jet.
Oh, what's that, Jim?
That was a little Mega Drive. It was a partnership with airlines where you could actually have, like, when you went on a flight, you could have a Mega Drive with you to play. So this was like, the only way to get this was to kind of like rent it when you were going on like an international flight.
Oh.
And I guess somehow some of them got out into the wild when they didn't need them anymore. Oh yeah, pretty cool little gadget.
Let's keep walking and talking, Jim.
All right. I know you like to walk.
Frying and buying.
You work here?
Work here? More like own it, frying and buying.
Where are we going, Samuel?
I want to play some pinball, Jim.
Pinball, okay.
Oh, wait, well, let's keep walking. Well, let's save pinball for the very end.
All right, let's save the pinball.
Is there even still pinball at this place?
I think so, on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
There should still be some pinball and darts and foosball and stuff.
Nice.
It's a fun little spot.
Jim, what do you think about all the tourists coming to Akiba recently?
It's fine. What else is it for, you know?
Exactly. Do you feel like there's more than before?
No. That initial surge in whenever it was, 2022, whenever they first opened the gates again. Yeah, that was kind of like, it was such a stark contrast to no tourism at all for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, everybody was here all
Yeah.
at once. Now it's back to more or less how it was before, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that the retro game market went up in Japan, like price-wise, because so many tourists were coming here and buying the retro games?
Yeah, only in some instances. Like all that stuff that's like those, like, so
That way.
there are a lot of hardcore collectors,
Yeah.
and they come here because they're looking for
Oh, let's actually go over this street.
rare or elusive Japan exclusive titles and stuff. That
Yeah.
stuff is always like really expensive, and it only goes up and up as more people just keep buying them. They become more scarce.
Yeah.
But still, like a lot of common games, especially stuff from like the Super Famicom, what have you, stuff that's sold like in the millions.
Yeah.
You can still pick that stuff up for like less than $10 a piece. Yeah. So I don't know. It depends.
Well, that was mass-produced too, right?
Yeah, but like the stuff that's always been expensive, collector's items, those always go up in price. But most of the common stuff is still really affordable. It's not really a big deal on that.
Go down to Bright Street, Jim.
Yeah, it's very sunny now.
Oh, they
The horrible, life-giving sun.
yeah, cause damn it, the sun sucks.
The sun sucks.
Like I saw this news segment, Japanese news segment, talking about how there's been like Bakugai, where there's like so many people are coming to Japan as tourists and buying up a lot of retro games, and all these retro gamers in Japan are like, hey, don't take our shit, like, you know, like, just because we take good quality of our used stuff doesn't mean you have to come here and buy all this stuff. But I mean, to be fair, like, they had 3 years of Corona where they could have came and bought, like, Japanese people could have bought all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you complaining now? You're just complaining because you didn't buy it before.
Yeah, I mean, I hear people, they kind of bitch about that. They're like, oh, I went here and there weren't as many games on the shelves and stuff. Well, of course not. People are buying them. The purpose of the store is to sell the games, actually.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if some people, it feels like they get upset. Like, they want to walk into a game store and it's like they treat it more like a museum.
Yeah.
They just like to see tons of games everywhere, even though they have no intention of really buying any. So when they don't see as many games as before, they get all bummed out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all the games are going away. But why would it matter to you? You were never going to buy them or play them.
Exactly.
At the very least, they're being bought and sold to people who want them, who want to enjoy them. Those stores are actually getting people's business. They're making money. I don't know. And it's like when the borders were closed and everything, like people like that, like resellers who go to these shops and buy just to sell them to overseas customers.
Yeah.
They were the only ones really like keeping those shops in business. They were some of the only patrons going there because people overseas still wanted to buy their games. And I didn't hear anyone complaining then because it was like a needed service. And definitely the shop owners weren't complaining because they really, really needed the business. Those government stipends weren't paying the bills for everybody all the time. So,
Do you like, so for your Patreon, you resell retro games?
I do.
Do you think that your prices are better compared to other places, or at least fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even, I mean, there's my Patreon, which I try to hang on to about 15% of at the end of the day. But even I do just sell games directly sometimes. And yeah, I definitely sell like way under. But like if you were to go like look at eBay or something, it gets a little wild out there sometimes. People are trying to make these like huge markups. They're trying to like triple their money on sales. And that's not a good idea. Like it would be better to like make a more reasonable profit and then actually sell things, because then you get to make money. Whereas if everything you have is just super overpriced, nobody wants to buy it and you make zero money. So I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm more fair in dealing with people than your average online guy.
So Jim, how old were you when you started to seriously start collecting games?
I guess I was 23.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It's like when I first got here, one of the first things I wanted to do was buy some games. So.
What systems did you first start buying?
Super Famicom, because that was what I knew, and so I got a Super Famicom and a PS1, and I think like a Mega Drive, a Saturn, just stuff I kind of was familiar with already from when I was a kid, and then later I kind of got into the more odd stuff.
Jim, it's your ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
They all got together in this one cafe, Jim.
Yeah. In Japanese, this says Jim's Broken Hearts Lonely Club Band, whatever.
Jim, you attract a lot of attractive women, Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how do you do it?
Well, you know.
You got to be born with it, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I've been asked that question many times, and
you know?
it's just this, it's like a magnetism.
Yeah.
It just keeps people in your orbit, and I can't explain it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something you're born with.
It is pretty funny how, like,
It's either that or it's Maybelline.
yeah, maybe he's born with it. Bubba's Jim. Yeah, I had a viewer one time. He commented, like, my Automod picked it up, And like I don't give a shit, but like my automod set kind of high, and it was like during one of my live streams I was talking about how you are quite decent with the ladies here.
Yeah,
and
you could say that.
and somebody's like, I don't think your friend would like it if you were talking so openly about his sex life. And I'm like, what kind of guy would be like, hey man, stop saying that women find me attractive and that I have fun with women? How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you give that image about me?
I mean, I can admit I'm not exactly as good looking as I was when I was in my mid-20s.
But you throw down, man.
Yeah, but I'm also, I'm not like a braggadocious person about that.
Well, yeah. No, you don't brag about it, but it is funny how it's like when you think of a gamer or a retro geek, you don't think about a guy who's constantly getting laid, but you are constantly getting laid. I mean, for me to brag about it, not him.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but it's just something I like to do.
Yeah.
Guess, I don't know how like better to explain it. It's not like.
But I mean, why do you think that you have like you're so good with women, but other guys that play games might not be so good with women?
I don't know. I just.
You got the Louisiana Southern gentleman built in you.
Maybe I got a little bit of the Southern charm or something. No, I just try to be like personable.
Yeah.
And at least, I mean, I definitely put on a little bit of weight.
But you also put on a little bit of that Southern twang. Too.
Yeah. But I just try to keep myself, I don't know, in some kind of shape. Usually it's kind of round, but it's not too round.
That's okay, Jim. You're looking fine. Look at this. They got trees on the balconies here, Jim.
Well, that's how you know it's class.
You know you're in a classy joint when you got trees in a balcony here.
When the trees are inside, that's when it's real class.
Yeah. When the trees don't get to be outside anymore, they have to be inside.
Yeah,
that's the rule.
What do they want out there anyway, right?
Yeah, trees are for us. Yeah, there's nothing for us. Who needs sunlight and air?
You want birds to nest in you?
Yeah.
You want bugs to burrow deep within you?
Not me, Jim.
Not me.
Not me.
If I was a tree, I'd be happy to be inside of a hotel lobby.
That's right.
That's where I'd want to be.
That's where they belong.
Yeah.
Like, shit's always changing. What's like what are some hard games to get, or that you can't get now that were easier to get maybe like 10 years ago or something? Good question.
That's a good question. Because like I said, it hasn't really changed that much. The stuff that was like everybody wanted but was hard to find 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It still stands now. I don't know, maybe like hard to come by, like old Sega Saturn games, like Tri-Rush Deppy and Tempo and all that kind of stuff. Mega Drive games as well. Just because those weren't as common here to begin with, and now that collecting's all the big swing of things, it's even less common.
I remember like since forever ago, like the big thing used to be like Neo Geo games,
Well, it still is, but it's so prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
I guess I can say that when I first started collecting, there were like really common Neo Geo AES games that I could find for like 350 yen a piece, and they were in good shape and everything. But that's long gone. You're not gonna find that stuff for that low of a price anymore. Yeah. So I guess I could say at least that, like, Neo Geo stuff in general is always becoming more expensive.
They had a hard off here?
Yeah, but it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, like, literally, you're like, it's like trying to sell snow in the fucking North Pole. Why? They got like a French fry dipping place here. Huh.
You like to dip your fries?
I like to dip many things, Jim. In fact, some people could say I'm a double dipper.
Yeah. It's not a great quality to have, Sam.
Yeah, you don't double dip the chip, okay? Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm gonna review this. I'm gonna cut it up.
Good.
So it's gonna be fine. It doesn't matter if there's some dead air or whatever. This is.
I would have turned this video off by now.
You know, no, I was laughing because like I remember there was a story about Akihabara where, like a couple years ago in the news, they had like a serial shitter. Here where like he had shit in public like 9 times. They hadn't found him. They had him on camera, but he was just like some like autistic. Crafty. Yeah, he was like some autistic Japanese guy. He's just like, I'll show him. I'll show all of them. just shitting.
I'll shit here. I'll shit there.
Yeah.
I'll shit wherever I please.
And I remember on this street, man, like this street here.
This was Ground Zero.
It's either this street or the other street. I remember you used to be able to buy like R4 cards and shit to like mod your stuff and everything. And they would be like, the people would be like here or something. Like they would be like somewhere where they just have a table. Like they would just have like a table or something. And then as soon as they saw the cops coming or whatever, they would just pick up the table and go inside before the cops came or whatever. The cops, what, they're going to search every fucking apartment?
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
And so, and yeah, like there were people that sold like that spice weed, and they sold like mushrooms and stuff here too.
We got some inside knowledge on all this stuff.
I knew a thing or two, Jim.
Yeah.
Now look, this is sports spaghetti.
You got your finger on the pulse.
Okay, here's an obscure question for you. What's one of the best Disney video games? I liked, I don't know, the only one I ever beat was The Lion King, but that one wasn't really fun.
There are a lot of
it was okay.
There are a lot of really great Disney games, like all the NES games are pretty great.
The Mickey one was pretty good.
Those are good, but kind of a deep cut, a hidden gem, if you will, would be Donald Duck, Cold Shadow, where he's Maui Mallard.
Is that the one where he's like a blind like monk and he has a bow?
What do you mean I only got 20 seconds to shout this out? How am I going to fit that in? Okay, oh shit, it's rolling? Okay, hey guys, thank you for becoming members by pushing that join button over here on youtube.com/SneakyOSam. You get access to the private photo dump part of my Discord, which is pretty badass. All you got to do is push that join button. Why are you waiting? Go over while supplies last. Also, big thank you to everybody who went over on patreon.com/SneakyOSam. You guys get special behind-the-scenes footage as well as Japanese lessons and packages from me, and a different part of the Discord where you can learn Japanese. Okay, bye. Ah!
Yes, that's like his ultimate persona in there. It's like you play the game, you're Maui Mallard, so it's Donald Duck, but it's like this character that's kind of like Magnum P.I.
Okay.
He's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt, he's got like a little pop gun and stuff.
Oh, that's badass.
So when you're playing as Maui Mallard, you've got like ranged attacks and stuff, and then you can turn into his alter ego, which is Cold Shadow, which is like the blind, kind of like Kung Fu Ninja Duck.
Okay.
And this is like a fun action platformer, but the visuals are awesome.
Let me pop this here for a second.
Yeah. So is the soundtrack. The whole game just has a vibe, you know? As they say, it's got a vibe.
What system was that for?
That was for the SNES, and I think there's a Sega Genesis version as well. But the SNES version, I would say, is better. I think the Genesis version, I think, was only a limited release, though, like on the Sega Channel or something.
Okay, well, I'm going to list random fucking game systems. I just want you, it doesn't need to be your favorite. Just tell me a game that you like. The first one that pops to your head or something, okay?
All right.
But, I mean, it could be a bad game too, but I mean, just think of like games that you like. What about just regular Nintendo?
Batman.
Batman.
From the 1989 movie.
The one that Angry Video Game, did he do a thing on that? Or
I think he did. He did all the Batman games, but that one's really good. It's just a fun action platformer, wall jumping, and great soundtrack. Excellent game. One of the best movie licensed games ever. I love that game.
Okay, what about Sega Dreamcast?
Dreamcast, I gotta go Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi is one of my favorite arcade games ever. So when I could play it at home, and you had different gameplay modes, and you could do the option of just working for 10 minutes, where you just drive and make as much money as you want.
Great way to kill time.
I love Crazy Taxi.
I always played that when I was waiting for my friends and they were late. I'm like, okay, I gotta kill some time. Just
yeah, well, that was any Walmart lobby probably had a Crazy Taxi at some point. So whenever I was bored when I was a kid, I would go over to the Walmart like right next to my apartment complex and play Crazy Taxi, and then I would do a no death on Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Hell yeah.
Just cheese it with Iron Man, War Machine, and Cable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I can do it pretty decent, but Jim, can you give me a Crazy Taxi, please? Yeah. Clear that voice. Clear that voice.
Hey, come on over. Have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
Oh, that's so cool. I can't do that. He can do it, though. Hey, I get coughed up in the middle of it.
We got crazy cool music and crazy cool driving when you hit the start button. Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, that's like another cool thing, Jim. It's like it's so funny because like I don't know, man. I see YouTube as something fun to do, and other people see it as like a job, and then they'll grift and they'll be like, you know, they don't got no integrity about this stuff.
No integrity.
No integrity. No tegritas. You know.
Yeah.
They're just these guys who are just like. They're like, okay, I'll make like a cheap script or whatever, and the worst is when they rip off people and they just copy the format and shit.
Yeah, or the like you said, the grift channels, they just shit out a video every day. It's the same fucking video every goddamn day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what YouTube turned into.
Are there any game channels that you particularly like besides the obvious Angry Video Game Nerd and Video
Yeah.
Game Donkey and stuff?
There's all kinds. I really like a channel called Console Wars.
Okay.
It's these two dudes. Every episode, they take a game that was released on both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and they compare them. One guy argues for Super Nintendo, the other guy argues for Sega, and at the end of it, they come to a verdict of which one's better. And they go by graphics, gameplay, sound, all this stuff, and they do skits and things. It's funny. Channels I've been watching forever. I always loved Classic Game Room, just because it was like reviews every day, and it was like just simple, not pretentious, and it was like any channel that was coming up around like the early 2010s, and they weren't just trying to be like the next AVGN or something.
Yeah.
Because there were like a lot of those. Anyone that wasn't that, I liked a lot of those.
Oh, Avalanche Reviews. We can't forget to shout that guy
Good
out.
old Jared. Jared, he loves his survival horror games. He's got a great voice. He's a good editor. You gotta love what Jared does. Dennis makes some killer vids too. Dennis is a fantastic editor.
What's the name of his channel?
His channel is called Din Densetsu,
Cool.
and he is he's obsessed with Capcom games and Mega Man in particular. That's his all-time favorite series of games. So he's got an entire series called Metal Heroes, where each one he focuses on a different robot boss from Mega Man, where he gives their backstory and all kinds of fun stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's doing good work, that Dennis. I'm
Dennis
proud
is
of
a
him.
bad. Oh, we can't forget Destiny.
Can't forget old Destiny. Destiny, she doesn't do much on YouTube. Last I talked to her, she was building a set because she wants to do more YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
She does a lot more stuff on Twitch. She's been a streamer for a long time. Just, huge game collector, huge collection of games, huge.
Huge.
Some of them she bought for me. Some of them we found just sort of like walking around. Anytime she comes here, we'll go on a game hunt or something. Try to find a little, something she could put on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
So Destiny, yeah, good buddy, good friend.
What's I don't know, Jim. Do you feel like because like at one point you were hardcore collecting games, and now you've kind of stepped back. You don't really want to keep them at your house anymore. You want to just kind of, want to ease out. You want to keep the games that you really love.
Yeah.
And kind of pump out the fluff that you could buy anytime. Like what's some games that you genuinely love that are like that? It's like, hey man, I'll give you some. I mean, I bet for $1 million you probably let go of it. But I mean, like, what are some games at your house where you're like, nah, I mean, like, I want to hold on to this. Like my buddy Mega Man TV, he loves, he has like all the Mega Mans.
Yeah.
All of them. He's got the Ultra Mega Man. He's got all the Mega Mans. He's got like everything related to Mega Man. He probably wouldn't sell any of his stuff.
I still have a few games. I think I have them at home right now. There were games on the PS1 that actually, when I got done with my basic training in the military, my friend came to my graduation. This was back in 2008. He picked out some of the games he knew I really loved from my PS1 collection, and he brought them with me to give them to me, so that way I could have them to take them with me. So, pretty sure at home right now, like I have my original copy of Fear Effect.
Cool.
That I got from Funcoland when I was like 14 or something.
Nice.
I still have that at home. And I think I still have like a few other games that he brought with him to give to me back in 2008. So those are games that's like the only games I have now that I've had since I was a teenager.
Oh wait, no. So like, what do you think the difference is between like American game collectors and Japanese game collectors, if there's any? Like, obviously, the usable space is one thing.
Yeah, limited space. I don't know, like I see, because I see some of the channels on YouTube that are all about the game collecting, and it seems like it's all about amassing the biggest collection possible, and to have like this huge room. It's like they all have like their man cave or whatever it is with like the
You're talking about the Americans.
Yeah, the way it's lit, and they have all like the arcade one-ups in them and stuff like that.
They want it to be kind of like a mix between a game store and like an arcade, kind of.
Yeah, and it does seem like a lot of it is dedicated to having the biggest possible. Where it's like, I don't know, a lot of Japanese collectors are very focused. Like they have favorite things.
Yeah.
They want to collect all the Neo Geo stuff, or they are, you know, all the Street Fighter stuff. It's someone like our mutual friend Apollo.
Yeah, Apollo.
Apollo is big on King of Fighters and
Yeah.
like anything Neo Geo. So Apollo's always cosplaying, but Apollo will have like T-shirts and games and stuff like that, all dedicated like to that series, because that's what Apollo loves. But yeah, it feels like, from what I see, a lot of like American game collecting channels and stuff, it's not focused at all. It's just buy fucking everything.
Buy everything, fill up the shelves.
Yeah. And then it's either those or they're like the reseller channels, which they just chronicle themselves going to either game conventions or going to like yard sales and things, and just like banking on finding ignorant people that don't know what they have, and they're like, I bought all this stuff for $15. I'm gonna sell it for $10,000 or something, you know. So it's like
of shit. Fuck those guys.
they just record themselves kind of like, I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's technically lying, but there's some sort. It's very subversive. What's going on? I don't really care for those.
You know, the new game systems are coming out. You know, they got like, we already have the PS5 and
Love my PS5.
there's the Nintendo Switch, probably a
Love
new
my
Nintendo
Switch.
Switch.
Yeah.
It's, what else is the Xbox One?
There's the Xbox. I haven't had an Xbox since 360. So.
Are you like? Do you think that gaming will still? It's just gonna be still like, you know, you're playing that with your hands. Like, do you think VR will eventually take over whatever we got going right now?
I hope not.
'Cause it feels like that's the next step, you know?
I don't know. I mean, it would have to get like a lot better. Like, there's VR now, but it's so imperfect. It's so much better to just play a game on your TV screen.
Yeah.
Especially when now, like, the image is so fucking nice, and everybody has like a fucking 100-inch TV or some shit. So it looks better than it ever has. I'm satisfied now with like my PS5 and my Switch. It's just like, it's so great. I mean, maybe give it 30 years, maybe it'll switch over to VR or something. I wouldn't necessarily be looking forward to that. I don't like VR. But
Would you be opposed to if games all just kind of moved over to like a touch screen kind of thing? Do you need your buttons?
yeah, I need my buttons. I want to press things and see things happen.
That's one question I wanted to ask you. So you played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, obviously.
I played 1 and 2. I never played any more after that.
Oh, well, never mind that.
I didn't even like the first one because my asshole friend ruined it for me. And then I thought the second one was just okay.
You spoiled it or something?
Yeah.
In a world where Papa Tico is on his trusty Japanese Yamaha Virago bike Spaghettums, and I'm riding around Japan and I'm spieling and I'm podcasting while I'm doing it. Go over and check it out if you haven't already. It's ADV Japan, links down below, and come over and be based with your hot dad in Japan.
Well, I'm sorry you had such a bad experience. It's a really great game. You should try to play it again, Jim.
Well, I played the second one by myself, start to finish, and I thought it was just like okay. And
Well-
I never played anymore after that.
Well, part of the motivation for playing the second game is that the first game you're so invested in.
Yeah, I wasn't. Didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I'm not. A lot of people. I'm not gonna say a lot, but like some people is like huge on Hideo Kojima,
Yeah.
and I'm not. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, yeah, some of his games are okay.
Oh, I mean, I really like
He rips
Police.
off a lot of movies and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just so does fucking Quentin Tarantino. Doesn't mean the stuff they make is bad.
It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just I don't.
Yeah.
Some people would have you believe that he's like the greatest game developer of all time, the greatest mind in video games. And I just don't think so. I think a lot of his games are pretty good.
I mean, I think there's a difference between liking the cult of personality versus just liking the regular stuff that you do, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's why everyone keeps blocking their face, because this guy was just walking around filming.
What?
Look at that guy. That guy was...
Oh, it's not you.
Yes. Just, there you go. Yeah. Those chicks. I thought like everyone was kind of like, don't film me, but it was this guy. This guy was going around filming, just going like that.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah. Okay, let's go play some pinball, Jim, huh?
All right, yeah, let's do that. There's an elevator in here.
Yeah. Remember that time we went in here and they said the elevator was only for like other people, but then like I talked the lady into letting us in to use the elevator?
The elevator is not in service.
No. There's got to be. I think there's another one. See, there is. We are disabled in our own way. What floor? Isn't it the top floor or something?
It should be 4. I do believe.
Do you ever get used to the small spaces here, Jim?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. You know.
No.
At least it's clean.
You were in my Leo Palace I lived in before I got my current place, and that was small as fuck.
Yeah. Is it a pinball? Oh, we do have pinball. Yeah. Oh, they got Simpsons to 200 yen. What am I? What is this? Boris Johnson's house?
Rockefeller Center over here.
Rockefeller. Oh yeah. We're gonna play some pinball.
Play pinball.
Star Wars pinball. Rolling sounds. And.
You record your plan?
Yep. Force be with you. Blame you, Jim. You're the one who got me into this. Whoa. Oh fuck. Jim, I want to be a Jedi like my father.
Your father sold cars.
But he could have been a Jedi, you know, if it wasn't for the Sith.
Your father built bombs for the Empire. You should be ashamed of yourself.
But he had to feed our family, Jim. No, Jim, it went down the wrong tube.
Use the Force, bitch. You heard the man.
You gotta leave. Oh! Ah! Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh, wait, what? Extra ball? Yeah. This shit is tight, Skywalker. Oh, come on. I got 70 points. The Force will be with me, Jim. He lied. Obi-Wan lied to me.
Keep it coming.
Yeah. Koosh. The Simpsons. Okay, where am I aiming first? Oh, I love how this thing is designed. Ah! Oh, come on. Ugh. Oh, come.
So long, Stink Town.
Okay, Jim, I'm focused now. I gotta get it in there, I think. Ah, no!
You know, if you watch Simpsons with a woman, it makes them horny. Or at least, yeah, in my experience. Oh, he's not on the show anymore.
That one comedian ruined it for him.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll make a similar movie about the invaders.
Oh shit, am I on the, is it the top part, Jim? Am I on the top part? Yeah.
You're top. Oh,
Yeah, put it back up there, Jim. I don't know what I'm supposed to do up here though.
Just hit the ball. I think what you're supposed to do is hit the ball with the things.
Oh, you know what? I didn't know that, Jim. I learned something today. Okay, Jim, I got some snacks really quick.
Nice.
So anyway, guys, that was the interview with Jim. Look, I found in Japan they actually have their own version of fruit roll-ups. Can you believe that? It's the first. Oh man, it smells. It smells very.
It smells like it's gonna be delicious.
Smells amazing. Oh, dude, that's.
You gotta be careful though. I saw that commercial when that one guy started eating that, and then when he was done, he was like old.
Oh.
You gotta be careful. Look how long it is. It's gonna take you forever to eat that.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's.
We'll be here for the next 50 years.
Okay,
Like
Jim.
Nintendo 64.
Oh my God, dude! It's like it's wow.
Sturdy. I'm jealous. And you got sour apple
There you
too.
go. You just finish that off.
That's got your germs on it.
I'll just rip it off then. I rip it. Oh.
All right, you're a real pal.
Oh. Yeah, see, I take care of my guys.
I love a good fruit by the foot.
Yeah. This, for any of you guys that want it, it's literally just called roll candy. So,
This is like edible underwear. It's the same material.
yeah, I was about to say. I mean, not that I know what that tastes like, though. Because I don't know. And then I got Mario gum, too. So, Jim, there's video games and then there's life.
Yeah.
What do you think is more important?
Life stuff.
There you go. What do you think tastes better, Mario gum or Donkey Kong gum?
I don't know. I've never had either one. Okay.
Just promise me you won't cry when you die so bad. So Jim, what is it about video games that just does it for you?
They're fun.
What do you say to the argument that you should like grow up?
Yeah, you gotta grow up. It doesn't mean you can't play video games anymore.
Jim, could you not do that, please? Could you just not? Jim, could you not? Jim, could you not? Could you not, Jim?
Ah, look at you.
Come on, Jim, just get hit by my thing, please, Jim.
God, I can't believe I won. That was
That was totally out of left field that happened,
down to
Jim.
the wire there.
You're just not. No.
Oh, I missed.
Yeah, bitch. Ow. Yeah, bitch.
Oh. Oh, you got it.
I did the click, 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 click. It was fun. It was fun, Jim.
You got me on that one.
Oh, did I win?
Yeah, you won.
Wait, did you let me win, though?
No.
Okay. Anyway, guys, that's it for our walk and talk video. Jim's links and everything are down below.
Find the links until it stinks.
Yeah, click on the links, go support him, go follow his Patreon. If you guys actually seriously want some video games and you're a nerd and you want the inside scoop on everything video game and just hot sex related, then go over and consider joining his Patreon. He's got an awesome, pretty good service, and unlike all those other places that are just trying to rip you off and you can't talk to him, Jim's a solid guy. I vouch for him. He's a good guy. And he doesn't advocate beating women.
That's right.
He's against beating women.
Not even once.
Not even once, I say.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy. But you can't care about it if you're always holding yourself back in case it doesn't work out.
Of course, yeah, dude. Fuck yes. Yeah. No worries, man. You guys have a good one, okay? And Jim, that's the power of friendship. Or something. I don't know.